So as you guys probably know, I like to host point battle tournaments every weekend, where you guys get the chance to show off your stuff live on this channel. And during one of these point battles, which by the way I'll be hosting another tomorrow if you're interested, I came across a rather interesting deck idea created by one of you guys. The deck was created by a user named... on second thoughts, let's just skip the shout out part. And his deck idea was to combine both Dark Magician and Onomats into one list, and like the good YouTuber I am, rather than coming up with my own unique deck ideas and concepts, I just went ahead and yoinked his. Honestly, the deck idea is a lot more clever than you might think. Sure, it is just using an archetype that is currently considered the best deck in the game, but it actually synergizes a lot with Dark Magician, a lot more than you'd expect. So Dark Magician is currently in a pretty awful state. I literally made an entire video talking about it not too long ago, and I'll leave a link thingy up there for those that are interested in that. It's actually one of my favourite videos I've ever uploaded, so I do recommend watching it if you want to laugh. But to give you a brief little summary as to why they suck, Magician's Rod and Navigation share the same limited to 3 card pool, meaning unless you want to run only one copy of Navigation, which is just hella trolling, you are forced to only be able to play one Rod max. This meant that Dark Magician lost all consistency and became completely irrelevant. But this is when one clever dude thought, why not just remove Rod completely, and therefore no longer use a normal summon in Dark Magician? Which led to the creation of Star Seraph Dark Magician, which worked exceptionally well.
No.
Yeah, even that got limited. But Onomats actually work in a very similar way to the Star Seraph engine. It offers a nasty rank 4 Xyz package to a deck that really shouldn't have one, and it offers the same insane draw power through Dodododraw that makes opening the 3 card combo of Navigation, Circle and DM pretty consistent. So essentially, at least in theory, this deck should just work. So here's the deck list. Now just as a friendly reminder that if you are enjoying any of the content you are watching or find any of it useful, to please leave a like on the video down below, and consider subscribing to the channel whilst you're down there. I'm getting pretty close to 50k now, so I'd really appreciate all the subs I can get. It's completely free and you can unsub at any time. Alright, so I'm going to be completely honest here. I don't really have much to say in regards to the deck list like I do in my normal videos, as obviously, it's pretty self-explanatory. It's your stock standard Onomat stuff, just combined with your stock standard Dark Magician stuff. There's nothing actually new here, and I'm way too lazy to go through a bunch of cards that most of you guys probably know already. The only things I feel I need to mention with this deck is 1, keep in mind that Onomats come with some inbuilt spellcasters in Sister and Head, so you have a couple of options when using Navigation. And 2, unlike standard Onomats, you're probably going to want to be activating Dodododraw a lot more than normal, and generally this means if you open draw, you don't generally want to use your skill to swap it out ever. You want to use your skill to search Utopic to make it usable. It's generally better to get the Dark Magician side of the deck going, and probably only be able to summon a rank 4, than just autopilot search Sister every game, like you'd probably do in standard Onomats to go into a rank 6. Alright guys, that'll be it for the deck list portion of the video. The rest of the video will be gameplay with commentary showcasing the deck list in action. Remember, if you are enjoying what you're watching or find any of the content useful, so please leave a like on the video down below and subscribe to the channel whilst you're down there. Enjoy the gameplay. Alright, let's get into it. So with this version of the deck list, I went 7 wins and 3 losses. I played quite a few different variants of this list before I got a list that felt really nice with better ratios and whatnot. So it's not going to be some second coming of top tier Dark Magician or anything. If you want just a different variant of Dark Magician to play because you're sick of the standard, Star Seraph variant we've currently got, I highly recommend giving this one a try. It's not a bad variant, it's not obviously going to be the best deck in the game or anything, but if you're looking for something different, I highly recommend giving it a go. Alright. So our first replay was against Thunder Dragon, I believe. And this was our rank up game. So at least it was enough to get a rank up. That's, better than some decks. Alright, start with Dodododraw. Obviously gonna draw a couple of cards. Didn't even have to activate our skill for this one. Circle, gonna have Navigation. Then we're gonna use Onomatoplay this time. Swap it over for Coat. This way we can now make a rank 6 and have a setup for Banish, which is absolutely perfect. Opening hand couldn't have been any better. So we're going to summon Roach, of course, because we know we're against Thunder Dragon and we don't want to get Levianeered. Levianeer would be absolutely devastating in this matchup. It just means that activate Navigation, he'd use his effect to destroy both our Dark Magicians or a Circle on a Dark Magician. It'd be absolutely horrible. It's also why we didn't go for a rank 6. We could have gone for the Sister going to a rank 6 and had the Circle set up with a rank 6 on board, which would have been absolutely like standard best board setup with your Bounzer on board, but yeah. This time around, we just gotta summon Roach because we don't want Levianeer. It also means we can negate this card too. Try to summon Joy, we're gonna negate that. Tries to swing in, we activate Navigation, and he concedes on the spot. Not really sure why he just outright conceded, considering I don't think he even used Raw's effect yet. So we were about to banish Raw, which would just meant he can activate its effect to summon something, and I know he would just have none of it, he was out of that game. Alright. So, to be honest, a lot of these replays aren't going to be anything too exciting, because generally Dark Magician gameplay in general isn't that exciting. You're just going to be activating Navigation, banishing their monster, they're going to get annoyed and concede. It's generally how most of my duels went. Most of the ones I won, anyway. Alright, Navigation, gonna add Dark Magician. Sadly, we won't do any XC summoning because we didn't draw a good enough hand, but that's fine. We've got the full-on Dark Magician set up anyway. This guy's trying to play Gaia. Unfortunately, we're going to activate Navigation when he tries to go for the Fusion Summon, meaning we can banish this card, choosing to banish the Dragonfire instead of the Magical Knight, because this card obviously, if he has another Magical Knight in hand, he'd try to summon next turn, it'd be really annoying, so we can get this shit out of here. So he has to go hold another one of these. And from here, there's no Fusion Summoning to be done. Even if he sets some back row now, we've still got Navigation in the grave, so next turn he'd still be doomed. So from here, he's pretty boned. Onomatoplay, gonna grab Sister. Sister, gonna go Bolt. So we obviously have lethal on board already, but from here, we're just gonna do a bit of flexing because we can. XC summoning out. Mecha Phantom Beast card. Coat, then go into a rank 6. So even if he had a Karibo here or something to try and survive, the very next turn we try to summon Gaia again, we had a negate for it, so yeah, this guy was mad. And he's gone. Alright, next replay. I reckon this was a Noble Knight player, and I think he played absolutely abysmally. Alright, so we got a pretty good starting hand again. This time we didn't get a hold of a Dodododraw sadly, so we couldn't try and get hold of Circle, so we just had to play a pretty standard Onomat style opening with at least a Dark Magician possible to activate, or a Navigation possible to activate. So we summon a Bounzer, set Navigation and pass the turn. So now activate his thing to try and pop our Navigation, so we're going to negate that instantly. So I activate our Navigation instantly so he doesn't remove it before we get to use it. Now he tries to use his monster effects to try to negate, and he activates Chalice. This is so he can get his trap card in the graveyard, so he can actually go for potential plays next turn and get a hold of this dude. He equips his Noble Arms to it, and then decides not to swing and use effect. I'm not sure if he was trying to scare me off attacking him or something on the next turn, but he decided not to swing here. I'm not really sure what that accomplished. It just kind of meant that I had this on board still. Or maybe he was scared that we're going to exceed summon and have room on board to do things. I don't really know what he was doing. Either way, we activate Navigation Grave to negate its effect. Now we can swing in safely. Swap out for another play so we can draw 2. Gotta hold a circle. Honestly, got a pretty shit hand. Because we could have normally exceed summoned here, then summoned like, I don't know, summoned something or whatever, had Dracossack on board, but we got such a... we drew into such garbage, but anyway, it didn't really matter. We've negated this effect so we can swing in safely. At this point, he activates the trap card so that he was hoping that I continue to swing into this when all the spells and stuff to get destroyed and equipment's the new monster. Obviously, we're just not going to do that. We're just going to cancel our attack. Beat him to death this way. And since he hasn't removed Bounzer, we can just negate this thing. Yeah, I don't know what that guy was doing. I feel like he could have played that a lot better. Either way. And our final duel is just a standard Onomat gameplay to show this deck doesn't just have to play Dark Magician, you can just play Onomats. So if you don't open your 3-card combo even with Dodododraw in this deck or whatever else, you can literally just play Onomats. Especially going second. It's still the same good old Onomat going second deck, except you just don't have as much back row removal. And this guy was playing Magnets. And for some reason, he was just really scared of dying, so he summons this card. This is such an odd thing to do. He's like worried that I'm going to destroy his stuff, but I'm playing Onomats. He should know I can just return this to hand, right? Either way, I'm not really sure why I did this. So Dodododraw. Now get circled, add navigation. Sadly, no other Dark Magician stuff in hand. But it doesn't matter, because we can just add Sister. Sister obviously going to add Bolt. Use Bolt instantly to get rid of the field spell, so we don't have to do any of that returning to hand stuff. Coat, going to special summon our boy. And at this point he activates this effect. This sealed the deal for lethal for us, but I think he was worried we're going to summon the negate so he couldn't swap this out. Which to be fair we probably would have, so... or we might have. But yeah. We were always going to summon the rank 6 that returns this to hand, but he was worried we were going to summon a negate, which I think is fair. M7, going to be returning it to hand, so we're going to do this destruction protection bullshit. Going to be summoning the dude from hand. Right into our double hitter. This also meant that we didn't have to activate Destiny Draw. Because we also could have gone for the banishing guy, banish and try swinging that way. But since we've got a 1900 attack monster, we can swing in safely, forcing to use Karibo, and not proccing any Destiny Draws at all. Yeah, from here it was just game over. Standard Onomat stuff. Alright, so that's going to be it for the replays today. I hope you guys enjoyed them. If you liked the video, make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you're new around here, all that kind of stuff. And hope to see you in the next one. Laters.
Hey, big brother, can I watch SpongeBob?
Shut up, Mokuba. I'm busy flagging YouTube videos to compensate for the fact that I have an extremely small penis.
Oh.